Down 8 shots with 18 holes to play. A slow start that left him T-62 on the leaderboard. The weather turning ugly, wind whipping off the Pacific, Scottie Scheffler had every excuse to pack it in, save his energy for next week, and let someone else have the spotlight. Instead, he did something no one has done at Pebble Beach in over 40 years. 3 eagles in a single round. A 6-iron from 186 yards that landed like a feather and settled 3 feet from the cup. A 63 that should have been enough to win. It wasn't. Collin Morikawa had other plans. But what Scheffler accomplished on that Sunday in February wasn't about trophies, it was about history, and he just tied Tiger Woods in a way no one expected. Subscribe for the full story of the round that nearly stole the show at Pebble Beach. The 2026 AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am was supposed to be Scottie Scheffler's tournament to lose. Coming off a win at the American Express and a T3 at the Phoenix Open, the world #1 was the heavy favorite. But golf has a way of humbling even the best. Thursday was a disaster. Scheffler shot even par 72, leaving him tied for 62nd place in the 80-man field, 10 shots behind the leaders. At the Phoenix Open the week before, he'd opened with a 73 and spent the rest of the weekend clawing back. Now, history was repeating itself. A frustrating start to both of the last couple of weeks, Scheffler admitted. Friday wasn't much better. Through 22 holes at Spyglass Hill, he was 1 over par. The 18 consecutive top 10 streak that had become his signature, the longest on tour in more than 60 years, was hanging by a thread. But then something clicked. Over his final 50 holes at Pebble Beach, Scheffler played 21 under par. Rounds of 66 and 67 on Friday and Saturday got him back in the conversation, but he still entered Sunday 8 shots behind 54-hole leader Akshay Bhatia. The stage was set for something special. No one knew just how special it would be. Sunday at Pebble Beach started with the kind of weather that makes golf miserable. Wind howling off the ocean, cold biting through layers, forecast calling for conditions to deteriorate throughout the day. Most players would have played conservatively, protected their position, hoped for a good finish. Scottie Scheffler did the opposite. "I'm playing a wolf game," he explained. "You're trying to birdie every single hole. If I shot 75 today, it wouldn't make much difference. Just get up there and freewheel it." What followed was the most electrifying round of Scheffler's career. On the par 5 second, he hit a 7-wood from 234 yards that settled 5 feet from the hole. Eagle. On the par 5 sixth, he laced a 3-wood from 256 yards up the hill, the ball dropping like a feather 25 feet from the cup. He curled the putt in. Eagle. In between, he stuffed wedges, drained mid-range putts, and played the first 7 holes in 7 under par. By the time he reached the 18th tee, he needed something miraculous to have any chance at the title. He delivered. From 186 yards, with the wind swirling and everything on the line, Scheffler hit a knockdown 6-iron that landed a few paces left of the hole and spun closer. When it settled, he had 3 feet for eagle. 3 eagles in a single round. The first time in his career he'd accomplished that feat. The first time anyone had done it at Pebble Beach since 1983. The 63 was spectacular. The 3 eagles were historic, but it still wasn't enough. Collin Morikawa had other plans. The 2-time major champion, playing in the group ahead, birdied the 18th to finish at 22 under, 1 shot clear of Scheffler's clubhouse lead. A 20-minute wait on the 18th fairway while Jacob Bridgman sorted out his beach adventure didn't rattle him. He hit a 4-iron to the collar, putted to a foot, and tapped in for the win. Scheffler finished tied for 4th, 2 shots back. It was his 18th consecutive top 10 finish, the longest such streak on tour since Billy Casper had 17 between 1964 and 1965. But here's the number that matters. Tiger Woods' longest streak of consecutive top 10 finishes was 11. Scheffler has now notched 8 consecutive top 4 finishes, a feat only Woods has accomplished twice in the modern era. The comparisons that once seemed premature are now unavoidable. Whether people want to admit it or not, what he has been doing is the closest thing we have seen to peak Tiger, and the stats do not lie. 20 PGA Tour wins, including 4 majors, all since February 2022. At 29 years old, Scheffler is on a pace that, if sustained, would put him in conversation with the greatest ever by age 41. He's not there yet, but the trajectory is undeniable. What made Scheffler's Sunday round at Pebble Beach so remarkable wasn't just the stats, it was the mindset. Typically, Scheffler preaches taking the same approach to every round. Stay patient, trust the process, let the results come. But Sunday was different. 8 shots back, weather deteriorating, nothing to lose. He threw the playbook out the window. It's almost like I'm playing a wolf game. You're trying to birdie every single hole. That aggressive mentality produced 3 eagles, but also 3 bogeys. Scheffler made 151 feet worth of putts, gaining more than 4 strokes on the field on the greens, the only time all week he ranked among the top 30 in putting. His approach play wasn't even at his usual standard. Somehow, he was still right there. These are some of the weeks when you look back, I'm very proud of sticking with it, not giving up even when I felt like things were going against me this week, he said. Just kept fighting, kept trying to hit shots, kept trying to execute. Max McGreevy, who shared a house with Scheffler in Dallas years ago and played alongside him Sunday, wasn't surprised. That's why I've lost a lot of money to him, McGreevy said. It was exactly what I expected from him and really fun to watch. Scottie Scheffler didn't win the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Collin Morikawa did, ending a 2-year drought and announcing he and his wife are expecting their first child. Morikawa's victory was emotional, meaningful, and well-deserved, but Scheffler's Sunday 63, 3 eagles, a career first, a streak that now surpasses Tiger Woods, was the story that lingered. 2 weeks in a row, Scheffler opened poorly and stormed back on Sunday. 2 weeks in a row, he finished T3. The results are consistent, the trajectory undeniable. I'd obviously like to be in a better position on the leaderboard, Scheffler said Saturday night. But the truth is, even from 8 shots back, he made everyone nervous. The 18 consecutive top 10 streak continues. The 8 straight top 4 finishes tie a mark only Tiger has achieved. The 20 PGA Tour wins in 4 years are on a historic pace. He's the favorite heading into next week at the Genesis Invitational, the analysts noted. A strong first round at the Riviera Country Club might be the only thing standing in his way. Scheffler didn't win at Pebble Beach, but he reminded everyone why on any given Sunday he's the most dangerous player in the world. For more coverage of the biggest stories in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.